Today I'm going to show you how to clean the MAF sensor on a Vauxhall Astra 1.7 Cdti engine. It's a very straightforward job. You can actually do it on most diesels. It's the same procedure, diesels and some petrol engines. That's the MAF sensor. As you can see, there's the sensor socket going into it, and then it holds on two hose clamps. So what we'll need for this procedure is electric contact cleaner. Now, the best is recommended to use electric contact cleaner and not WD-40, because that leaves a thin layer of oil that will prevent the electricity flowing through. So just use electric cleaner, and that drives off in seconds. So what we do is we pinch the sensor. It's from the bottom, but again, depending on the make and model of the vehicle, sometimes it has them on the side, on the bottom, on the top, whatever. So on this case, we pinch the plastic on the back and pull it out. As you can see, it comes off pretty easy. Some of them come off much harder, but it all just requires, and make sure you don't pinch it too hard, because you can break the clamp on it, and that will make you either tape it up or getting a new wiring. So then we are using a ratchet here. We're going to screw it off. Loose. And then we'll just slide this back, and then you'll just pull it out gently. Again. So, as you can see, that end comes out. Now, before you take it off, and when you follow the procedure in reverse to fit it back in, there is an airflow arrow on the MAF sensor itself, which shows you the direction of the air intake. So just make sure when you fit it back in that you look at the arrow and you fit it the same way as it was. So in this case, it's that way. Pull it out from one end, and then you pull it out from the other end. Just like that. So we have the MAF sensor off. There it is. That's the sensor inside it. The most sensitive part that controls their airflow. So I've just used the cloth to put it down. And next, get the electrical cleaner. And just make sure that you don't spray too much of it. Just do it firmly and gently. And that's what you have to spray it on, in that middle part. I'll just keep your eyes away from it. Flip it. Let it dry off. As you can see, there it is. and we'll just give it a few seconds or a minute or two to dry up. So basically that gets all the grease off it, what sometimes causes the sensor not to function properly, which puts the car into limp mode and affects the car's drivability. And as I mentioned before, it's a very common problem on almost every diesel car now or later, and some petrol ones. So it's pretty easy to maintain and clean it. And now if that doesn't help, then there's a big electrical problem inside the sensor, so which you would have to get it replaced. And on some cars, makes and models, it's the price could actually go up to 350 to 400 euro or US dollars, whatever country you're in. So it would require 10 minutes of your time, and you never know that you might actually save some money by cleaning it. So basically when that dries off, we follow the procedure in reverse to fit the sensor back in. Again, takes 2 minutes to do. So in our case, the sensor is going that way, as you can see the airflow. So I'll just give it another minute to dry off, but we'll just fit it back in that same manner. Put the clamp on it, fix the clamp, and then just plug the sensor back in. And on most cars you don't need to reset it by computer diagnostic software. In this case we don't, so we'll just start the car and drive it for a while and see how it goes. But in my case this actually did help it, so happy days. Thanks for viewing, and next video I'm going to show you how to clean the EGR valve in it, which is another very common problem on diesels, that it gets jammed with all the grease and muck in it.